All right, so if you want to upgrade the printer, so finally I did it and it looks very, very nice. The advantage of watching this video is that I'm going to show you step by step all the steps that it took in order to upgrade it. If you go to the Bambu YouTube channel, it's a disaster. So even there is one or two videos about this topic and they are unlisted. They're not even public. If you go manually, you can find it. If you go to the wiki website that they have, there is a missing information. Also, there is even one part when you buy the kit that is missing that you have to print it yourself. So I'm going to show you everything that it took me in order to upgrade it so that way you don't waste time, watching hundreds of videos, because even I saw many other videos about showing you how to update this. They don't show you everything. It's a disaster. So in this video, I will show you all my experience, everything that I found about this. Hopefully this video was useful. So let's start. To remove this, you have to push it this way. So push it like that, and then you will hear that it snaps off, and then you see these clips here. So that is what you see there. And then you have to unplug that. All right, in order to remove this, you will see this screw, and if you have this tool, the sever tool, you're going to be able to remove it. So the screw is there, so that way you can pull it out like this. So now you have to unglue this. So this was here. All you have to do is, when you have it here, with a knife, you grab, you push it towards this way, and then you can unglue it. Right, so as you can see, I put the hinge here, so it goes, so if you see the front, so it goes here, you will see it has two little nipples over there, metal nipples, so I'm going to use the little screws that you see here. And here on the bottom, where you have to put the hinge, it goes like that. So you put it like this first, and then like that. And then after that, you put one screw here, and then you have to move it, open it like this, and then you put the other screw, and that's it. So again, because this is a disaster, there are no tags on the bags or anything like that, so you have to guess. So I'm using these big screws that you see here, and I test them, and it works just fine. So I'm going to put these two, put the one I have to put here, and we should be good. So as you can see, I put it here. So one screw here went great. Here I couldn't find it. Here everything is good. So I'll keep working on this and I'll see if I can find it, because all the screws that you see here, I couldn't make it work. So make sure that you use the one that has a big thread in this area. Right, so now with the Allen key, so remove this, these two, this. So we can take everything out. Right, so I took that out. As you can see, the spooler, and I have this loose, so I have to remove a few more screws. So if you have a electric screwdriver, that will help. So as you can see here, where it says left, so you run the cable for the fan that you see here, and it goes through here, and then it's the lowest to the right. So if you're facing the printer, that is where it goes. So now we have to put the left panel. So you will see it says L, left, L here. Just put it like that, make sure that it fits, and then I will need my other hand, but you put the screws later. So as you can see, I had to remove the screw that you see here. So put it on the side. Hopefully the screws will not fall. Otherwise, I'll try to put it maybe another place. And the screws, they want to fall all the time. All right. So I want to leave it here. Because this was here, so if I'm going to remove these screws so the way I can close it all the way, because otherwise, these screws is going to be on the way. It's not going to be closed or shut permanently. So as you can see, I had to remove the screw that was here. all in this file column here, and I put the other cover. So basically, same thing that I did here, you do it here. For now, that is what I see. Right, so here we have the back, the printer. We are going to put the fan. So with the kit, it comes with these stickers that you see here, double side tape. So you can put it here, just on the other side. But I think with these two nuts that you see here in this area, we can just put it here, and that's it. And if you have to remove it someday for maintenance or anything like that, it will be easier. If you put the double tape, I think it's going to be a pain in the butt. So with the kit, this one I see comes with the label. You see, depending on the printer, but in this printer, it comes 2 long screws, so I'm going to use these 2 over there, and we should be good. So this is the front of the printer. Here I should have the LED. Here we have the hinges, and as you can see, this is all loose here. So because I couldn't put the screws here, I found a way. So I can put the screws here on this area, and I did the same thing here. So put one here and it stay in place. So I'm going to do the same thing, and here I'm going to use with the thick thread, so that should fit inside these ones that you see there, those ones. So as you can see, I put the screw here, there, same thing here, there too, and it's firm, it's not moving anywhere. And I think in the bottom you can add maybe 2 more, and I did the same thing with the fan. So as you can see, it works great, so I don't have any issue. I put the 2 screws, and that should be it. Right, so here we're going to install the heatsink. So in this case, the heatsink is running horizontally, as you can see, and they're going to put the fan here on the side, so that way it will blow the air like that. In this case, at least with my printer, is vertically. So the only thing I'm thinking is to try to glue it here. It comes with this, and this fan, it doesn't say anything where it's going to blow, towards the bottom or towards the top. So I think I can try to glue it on top of those heatsink. Also, I see some holes here. So with a small wrench, you can remove the heatsink, and you can put some screws, something to keep it in place. The glue, I don't like it. And the way they made it in that video, they glue it on the side. So I don't like that either. So glue will unglue over time. So something that I see, I didn't realize, there is a heatsink. So I can use this heatsink instead of this one. So I'm going to use the glue, and here we have a bracket in that area, so that way we can just glue it. Maybe it's not the ideal scenario. I would like to have a bigger heatsink, so that way we don't have to use this, because they fail over time. And that's it. So I'm going to set it in place, and if you have to replace it, maybe it would be nice to have an access panel here in this area, instead of removing everything. Hopefully it will not break, but I don't like this. I prefer to have huge heatsink, so that way you don't have to have these small fans that they fail over time, or they start making noise over time. I was able to put it in place. The fan is very crazy. If I had to start all over again, I would remove this panel and put it first, because you're going to struggle to put it here. Also, you need this little tool to remove these 2 screws, to put them here, you see? Using those holes, put it back. So that is the way it goes. But in my case, if I have to do it all over again, first that, and then everything else. Otherwise, everything is more difficult. So now you have to install the front cover that you see here. So make sure that it will fit with the SD card reader. Glue the little antenna that was here in this area. And I had to remove the screws on this area to move the panel towards this way to make it fit. Otherwise, it was a pain in the butt. Other than that, and then you put this back. Just make sure that put it back the way it was with a plug. And then here you have the door. As you can see, you have the door here. Easy. So you have a rubber gasket that goes in the other side in this area here. And then put the screws in, and then you will keep the door in place. So easy. Later, surely there will be some magnet in this area. For now, I don't have it. We'll have to search on the box, but that is the way it is. I have to put this back, and that's it. So this is the old one. And I think I have the magnet in one place, but okay, little by little, here is the magnet. So most likely goes somewhere to keep it in place. So I'm going to put this back and put the screws in this area, and I think we should be good. So as you can see, I put it this way. So you have to plug this in one of those connectors that are free. I think is the one on the left side. And then after that, put the cover and we should be good. So I would like to put screws there, and in those areas, but I don't have the screws. I didn't see them. This kit is a disaster. So I have to use what I have available. Put this back in, and I think you should keep it in place. All right, so in this kit you see the purple one, I had to print it. So if you want, I can give you the link, but it doesn't come with the kit. Also, when I talk to Bambu customer service through email, because they don't have any phone number, they don't know anything about it. It's like they are clueless. So as you can see, this is the front, and I put one screw here, one here, so that way this plastic will not move away. And here the same thing on this area, and I did the same thing here. Otherwise, this is going to be loose. And this I couldn't find a place to put it, and I didn't want to remove this out of the way much. That's it. So if you find a place to put the screw, try to do that. I think without the electronic it will be okay. For now, that is what I'm doing. I had to take the door out, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. It comes with I have to put the rubber gasket, I guess it's called, so basically, so that way it will not damage the glass. You just put it here, and you're using these big screws that you see here. So basically, that is what you have to do. So I have to remove this in order to remove these screws here in order to put the front again, because it was loose. I couldn't find the place for the screw. So now I put the screw in the other side. We're good. I don't like this rubber thing. If I had to do it all over again, I will not put it. I think it shuts much better without the rubber thing. With the rubber thing, the screws are going to be hidden behind the rubber, the connections that you see here. So you can lift it a little bit, but it's going to be more difficult if you have to remove the panel. Other than that, I'm going to put it back, and I think that's it. So I was able to put the plastic that came with it. So as you can see, it has, this is the front, so that way you can see. So here you have a small gap here, or it's not a crack, it's like a line. Yes, something, a line. So where it falls, and put the other part here. This is like a chain for a motorcycle or the chainsaw. So basically you put this inside, so it has some type of hinge inside, and then the cable that comes with the hose, you take it out, and then you just put it inside. As you can see here, for now, looks like that is the way it's supposed to be, and you just push it inside, and that's it. And here I see a clip that you can put the new tube here. So in order to remove this, push this down and then pull, and that's it. And then the old one, you can take it out, and then this is gone away. And then we have to put the rubber thing, so we put it here, so the way the heat will not get out. And the new tube it will go to the roll, to the spool here. So as you can see, I was able to put the chain here, the link chain. I removed the rubber seal that you see here, so I didn't want to take it all apart, so I cut it in half, as you can see. And then in order to do that, you have to remove 6 screws that you're going to have on this area and on this area too, to remove the plastic, so this plastic that you see here basically. And after that, just put it back, and that's it. Then everything will look good. There we go. Now I put the screws back in on the side. We should be good. There we go. Nice. And I put the adapter here. This I just cut it in half. I put the drill, so that way I can run just this piece and then the other piece, and then I can cut this, and then everything should be hanging here. So I think that should be it for now. Later I can put the glass, and that's it. Right, so as you can see, all done. It works. So I don't like this. Again, it doesn't feel good. So it closed, but maybe not perfectly, as you can see here. So here it works. So I'll show you here what I did. There's a little bit noisier. So you have to remove the cover, to put this in, push this up. I don't know if I can do it with one hand, but push it up and then close it, and that's it. Yeah. So basically it looks nice here, so it looks good. And I did all one piece of tubing here, up to here, because when I try to put it here, 2 pieces plus here is a disaster. It's not going to work. Okay, so I have to put some screws here, and it looks nice with the glass, less noisy. So the main reason why I did this is because I was using ABS, and someone said, well, if you have some problem with the heat, going out of the unit, it's not going to work properly. And I said, okay, I'll give it a try. Also, it looks nicer, with this. Less noisy. But if I had to do it all over again, I would sell it the way it is and buy one with the paneling and everything, because it took too much. So I've been working with this, little by little, and it can take you 1 hour, 2 hours easily. I think it's not worth it. Also, all the pieces are fitting right. For instance, here, you see, it's not closing all the way because it comes with some little plastic here. I think if I cut it, it will shut perfectly. But there is no other way to put that piece. And other than that, I mean, it works. I don't have any issue with it for now. And like I said, one piece here. I'm not going to use this. And for now, everything looks fine. Hopefully this video was useful. If you have any question, please let me know. Section below. See you next time. Another thing is when you have all the boxes, in each box you have the QR code, for instance, that you can scan it with your phone, and you will have the manual. I don't like this because they are waiting for you to have a smartphone. If you have a flip phone or you don't have a phone, you're toast. So, but if you want to go to their website, you can do it. You can do this.